what I like to do is have virtual assistants that specialize because you're usually going to get better results. That's the way I'm growing organically, and it's working very well. So I wanted to share anything that you're doing can be outsourced. By hiring the right virtual team members to strategically grow this business, that's really the goal. Why every business owner needs a virtual team. On today's show, we're going to talk about why I believe everybody should start looking to outsource and why you should build a virtual team. I personally have 3 full-time virtual team members that reside in the Philippines. I've worked with them for many years. I've actually worked with virtual team members probably for close to 15 years, at least 13 years that I recall. I've been outsourcing pretty much most of my professional career using Upwork and Fiverr and these different sites, but having your own virtual team can really help you grow, whether you're a real estate agent, mortgage broker, a home service type of business. Pretty much any business can have a great effect by delegating and bringing on virtual team members, and that's what we're going to talk about all today in this episode. Think about being able to leverage your time in a more efficient way. Too many of us get caught in the day-to-day, and we're not, if we're in some sort of sales or commission-based business, right? It's all about lead generation, depending on your business. Or if you're a home service business, you might need some admin to help with bookkeeping. I mean, really, anything that you're doing can be outsourced. You could even outsource people reading your emails and going through your inbox and cleaning it out, and bookkeeping and answering phones and sending emails and client follow-up. It's a really exciting time when we look at being able to work with team members all across the world. Most of the team members I work with are in the Philippines, and although they're on a different time schedule, most of them are used to working United States hours, so it's very common for them to work late night through the morning. So why virtual assistants? Essentially delegate non-essential tasks. I mean, I think delegate tasks, period, not non-essential tasks. That's actually, I would change that. But there's a lot of things. Like I have 2 editors that do video content that this will be edited. And I'm never going to be a great editor. I get frustrated, right? And so I can get high level editors. You can have a virtual assistant. So what I like to do is have virtual assistants that specialize because you're usually going to get better results. So obviously the 2 editors I have, that's what they do. They edit reels and podcasts, and they do some graphic work. And then I have a generalist that does all the other things that come in between. So you can really kind of build out a team that's all virtual, right? I don't want a bunch of employees in the States here. I want a kind of a lifestyle business, if you will, but I want to be super productive. So that's how I'm able to put out all these videos. And I quickly realized that if I could, every day put out videos, those are evergreen, right? On YouTube, these videos are evergreen. People are going to find the video that they're looking for. They're going to have, search intent or user intent. They're looking for SBA financing. They want information on a franchise, right? Or maybe even somebody's looking for how to outsource and be more productive. And so through the efforts, I've been able to consistently generate over 1,000 leads per year on autopilot. My calendar stays completely full when I open it up, typically in the afternoon. It's going to be booked. And I'm not doing Facebook ads right now. I barely ever have done any paid advertising. It's all been organic. Not to say that I haven't dabbled with paid traffic and things like that, but 95% of my business comes from my podcast or YouTube show, guesting on other people's podcast shows, and doing virtual events. I don't do any other lead gen besides that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do a newsletter, which pretty much that's my ecosystem. I don't buy leads. Like I have built a machine, and you can too. And a lot of this can be outsourced. So it's not about you working more hours. Now, do you have to time block and shoot videos like I'm doing right now? Of course, you do have to do that, right? But this video will get edited, and it'll look a lot better than this rough video I'm doing right now. So that's the beauty of getting really good video editors to be on your team. You can also stagger your workforce, right? You can have, if you're Pacific time and I'm in Las Vegas, I work, 9 to 5, right, is a typical day for most people, but you could stagger your workers too if you wanted people to do prospecting or calling on your behalf. There's lots of things, right? Or email or database management, all these things to make your life better and to scale your business, right? Like if you're looking to scale your business, you need to buy back your time so you can create the ideas and then have people implement those ideas, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm buying back my time. I am then outsourcing tasks that allow me to leverage, and that's how I am growing, right? And it's not like a overnight success, but I've been consistently doing this for years, and all the hard work has paid off because my calendar stays full with high quality candidates and leads coming into my ecosystem, if you will, on a daily basis. And so if you're trying to do that, you got to build a plan, a roadmap for yourself. And I believe you can do that by outsourcing. It's also cost effective. The dollar, $1 American is about 50 pesos, give or take, in the Philippines. So your dollar goes a lot further. So that's also another reason, right? You can have more staff for the same price. Be able to have, for the same pay, 3 team members in the Philippines, and that money there that they get paid is good money. So because of the exchange rate, you can leverage that as well, which is very important. As we're starting businesses and we're ramping up, most of the time we don't have a bunch of cash, and we have to figure out how to leverage in the best way possible. And that's really why I believe so many people utilize the Philippines, because in the Philippines, in general, great people, very loyal, hardworking. And so a lot of people are leveraging the Philippines. There's a couple other countries where people outsource and get virtual team members as well. But I would say the Philippines is probably the biggest, is my guess. Probably India and certain Latin American countries, I believe, as well. I don't know the numbers exactly, but I'm just talking off the cuff right here. So you're going to scale operations faster with expert support. You can fill in team gaps, flexible staffing. You can implement systems. So we use Slack. So we use Slack a lot. I have a Slack channel called New Videos. That's where all the rough content goes. We have a Slack channel that says edited videos. We have a couple other Slack channels, right? So I like to communicate utilizing Slack. You can also use the phone apps as such, but I find Slack to be the best. And then we have certain channels. And then when leads come in, I have them routed to different channels as well. So Slack is a very good tool if you're going to start working with virtual team members, I believe. So, like I said, I've been working with virtual team members well over 13 years. I did things wrong when I first started, but if you build very good SOPs, standard operating procedures, that's the way to start, right? So like I don't just go hire somebody. I think about it. I create, the tasks I want done. I create video training manuals, if you will, like, hey, like this is how I want this done. Because you have to, you don't have to have it all figured out, but a lot of times what I found, and through when I didn't have the same experience, we would just throw stuff against the wall and say, hey, do this, this, and this, and like bombard them with stuff off the bat. You have to be a little bit more strategic. Remember, they get frustrated just like we do, right? So like being systematized and giving them good SOPs. And then also what I do kind of a bad job at, which I recommend, is that you do weekly check-in calls, even daily check-in calls for some of you, to touch base, meet over Zoom, build company morale, all that kind of stuff goes in. And I definitely could do a better job there, but I would highly recommend that. Like I said, we've produced over 1,500 videos, cut reels off of those for Instagram and so forth. This generates 1,000 plus leads per year. I wouldn't say on an autopilot, but remember, it's a compound effect because YouTube is evergreen, right? So a video I did 5 years ago or 4 years ago, somebody might find that, subscribe to the channel, get in my ecosystem, attend one of our events, get on my newsletter, buy something, right? Whether they want to get an SBA loan or they want to invest in a business, they become part of the ecosystem. Maybe they join my community on school called Business Ownership Academy. So that's the way I'm growing organically, and it's working very well. So I wanted to share how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. Obviously, this is not great detail. It's just kind of a high-level overview. And at the end of the day, you can get more done better, right? As Alex Hermosi says, more done better. I would never get the amount of work done if I didn't have virtual team members, and leveraging them with their talents and being a good manager or boss, right, is important. So you got to build the right culture like in any business, but Whether you have a home service, mortgage company, real estate brokerage, and you're really looking to do something, because what I find in most of, like, I've been in the real estate and lending space and the SBA and franchise, that's all I've done the last 26 years. And really, if you don't have top of funnel, meaning you don't have leads coming in, you really don't have a sustainable business. So that's like the first solve you need. Whether you have a HVAC business or you have a painting company, right? You need the lead flow. And so by doing this organic stuff is critical. You can also outsource and hire a full-time ads manager if you want to run paid ads. So like pretty much anything you can think of. We have SOPs for all of these different job titles, whether it's an executive manager, admin assistant, social media manager, video editors. We have SOPs. I've partnered with the company that I've gotten my virtual team members from. And so they have great SOPs already built out, different things like that, which are a great starting point. Obviously, you're going to tailor things to the way you run your business a little bit, but there's definitely a lot of good things you can go through and really kind of make your own. So really start small, think big, figure out what work you need off your plate right now or what will have the most impact. Start with one virtual assistant, but before you get into the hiring process, start writing down things, start building out your SOPs of what you need done. Start thinking about how you're going to work with your new team member, because maybe you're a solopreneur and have never really worked with somebody. So you have to work on your skills a little bit beforehand. The nice thing about the company I work with, they have meetings all the time where they're going to help you create SOPs. They're going to help you hire and interview the right candidates for the positions you're trying to fill. So if you're interested, I will sit down with you and go over how I'm doing things, show you some screen shares. You're more than welcome to go to bookwithbo.com and schedule a call. Happy to walk you through how I'm utilizing this to help me grow my businesses. And I want this to happen for you as well. And I believe by hiring virtual team members, the right virtual team members, having the right SOPs and the right understanding of how you're going to strategically grow this business, that's really the goal, right? So feel free to go to bookwithbo.com to schedule a call. Happy to jump on. And obviously, if you want to buy a business or you want to get SBA financing, I'm your guy. But I really think my real skill is marketing, is growth, and understanding how to leverage, utilizing virtual talent, and now with ChatGPT and all the AI technologies and putting those together. We're also doing an event on this in October, I believe. No, end of September. You can go to boexine.com/events and sign up for that. We're doing an AI virtual assistant webinar, and we're going to outline best practices. But hey, if you want to get started today, working with a team member, you just go to bookwithbo.com. I'll sit with you over Zoom, and we can kind of dive into your business, and maybe I can provide some value for you. Well, I know I can provide some input and value, and see where you want to get started. So thanks so much. I'll see you on the next episode. Hi guys, Bo Exine here, and I'm with Baby Bo. Baby Bo is just a little over 4 months. He's my first child, my wife and I. So if you want to create legacy for your family, I highly suggest you go to our Business Ownership Summit. You can find all the events we're doing. Primarily, they're all free. You can go to boexine.com/events. And I hope to see you at one of our events where we teach business ownership, how to leverage SBA financing, tax strategies. I'm not a CPA and an attorney, but we bring CPAs on. You're going to learn why everyone should own a small business. So I hope you attend. Go to boexine.com/events. I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, Bo Exine here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.